actually really never really wanted to be a singer. I was really, you know, as a teenager and coming up, I was writing songs for other people, and everybody kept asking me to sing. And once I started doing that, and I started getting, you know, positive feedback, you know, singing music was one of the things that made me feel good about myself. You know, which is for anybody, really for anybody, but for someone with my background, it was really important. You know, that I found something that made me feel good about who I was. You know, it was something that I can do. You know, so and I would say to anybody, grown folks and kids too, man, that like find something that you love to do. You know, and really, you know, and don't worry about how much money it's going to pay you. Don't worry, not from the career standpoint, not even, you know, find something that excites you and something that makes you happy, and find a way to use that in order to give back to other people, and success is inevitable. You know, there are many people who, you know, we choose our vocation, or we choose our jobs because we think that this is the best financial move, or this is, you know, engineers are in demand right now, so I'm going to do that. And then you end up with a society of folks who are doing things that they hate for a living. Everybody hates their job. So find something, you know, at this place, at this stage of your life, that you enjoy doing, something that you're passionate about, and move in that direction. I know I talk too much.
That's right. My question was, how did you go from being homeless to becoming a music guy? I don't know.
A music guy?
Music guy.
I don't know, that's what, you know, God is good. I mean, that's a, you know, that's the process. Music has always been a part of it's always been part of my life. Even when I was homeless, when I was using dope, when I was in the streets, you know, I was always writing songs. It's always been what I wanted to do, you know. So, you know, going through the recovery process and healing and beginning the process of healing my life just allowed me to live my dream. You know, healing, you know, what's in your heart, what's been placed in your heart, is possible to manifest. You know, you just got to clear up all the stuff. That's what y'all doing now. You know, whether you know it or not, you clean up all the stuff. The world is your oyster.
Amen.
To me, as a music person, just come from my heart, because I just want to thank you for being an inspiration to my life. Because when I was 12, my parents was homeless and we had to sleep in hotels. And when I first heard your song, When Love Calls, I can't believe what kind of wonderful vocals you really had. I thought it was Al Jarreau at first.
How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Okay.
And then, I mean, you just put a whole lot of inspiration. So even through the good times and the bad times, even through Christmas when I ain't had cable, I ended up watching Soul Train. That's when I first seen you, and I was like, so I just want to thank you for being a part of my life.
Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too. I forgot I was on Soul Train. I remember that.
What was the eye opener like that pushed you to give up alcohol and drugs? Like, what made you want to stop?
I was staying at the Salvation Army over on 4th Street, and I had been a resident in their program, and I had and let me say this, you can go through a program. I went through the program, graduated the program, you know, and I was using the whole time I was there, you know. And I thought that I was getting over on, you know, I thought I was getting over. I thought I was, you know, shooting the move. I thought I was clever, but the only person you tricking is yourself, right? So I got caught for using, and they kicked me out, and I had to wait until another bed became available. So, and that was about 7 days. It took about a week before I could get back in. And I was 23, and it was the hardest week of being. And when I say homeless, it was like, when I say I was homeless, I didn't have an address. You know, I'd be in different facilities and rescue missions and what, but there were very few times where I actually like slept like outside on the street. And during this week, I was sleeping outside on the street. And I was 23 years old, and I realized that a lot of the other my peers, people who were my age, you know, they were down in Trappers Alley, they were in Greektown, they were on dates, they were going to the show, you know, they were in school, they had jobs, they were, they weren't separated from their families, you know, and here I was, you know, this wasn't supposed to happen to me. I was, you know, my parents are college educated, we lived in the suburbs, you know, I had, I thought that I was better than what, than the life I was living, which we all are, you know, but that doesn't mean anything, you know. Addiction doesn't discriminate, you know, and so I had there was no flash of light. It was just, I was, as we say in recovery circles, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I didn't know how to change it. You know, I didn't know what to do about it. You know, I didn't know. And before, I had always had a plan. I would always go into these facilities, these treatment facilities, or these shelters, or, these programs. I would go into these programs and I would have a plan. You know, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to get X, Y, and Z. On July 23rd of 1990, I didn't have a plan anymore. You know, I gave up on my ideas of how to run things. You know, when I gave up my ideas of how to run things, then God came in and moved some things around, brought some people into my life that showed me how to live.
Would you say it took more mental strength or physical strength?
It took surrender. Mental strength and physical strength don't mean anything. You know, our willpower is, there are places in life where your willpower serves you. Addiction is not one of them. Anybody else?
Okay. It's a little off topic. I was wondering, how do you learn how to sing? Because I'm not very good at it.
Well, then you probably shouldn't be singing. Sounds like an area of surrender, brother. Yes, sir.
Through everything you did, becoming successful, being homeless, growing up in the home you grew up in, everything through your entire life, what was your motivation that kept you going? I've been a dreamer since I was a kid. So I would have to say that that music has really been that's been the driving force. That's been the motivation. And as I continue to grow and continue to create, it just broadens to include a whole bunch of other things. So what you're saying is that what motivated you was what you loved to do. It motivated you because you loved it?
I would say in part that's true. Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Because I want to become an artist as well. Mm-hmm. So what would be the best, advice, or would want to use wisdom, but what would be the best advice to give someone else that wants to become an artist and does it because he loves to do it?
I would say educate yourself on the business. The business is a big part of it, and cultivate your craft, but the foundation of it is how you live. Foundation is how you live. My foundation for doing business is how I live. The principles I use to stay sober, I use those principles to run my business. So you learn how to live first, and then all that other stuff takes care of itself. Yes, sir.
I was just wondering, how did you get exposed?
I had been performing in the city at different events, any place that anybody would allow me to perform for years. Taste Fest, Ribbon Soul Fest,
African World Festival, my manager Toy Hankins, we went everywhere and performed, and I eventually ended up recording a CD and put that in the hands of the people, and people dug it and started calling radio stations, and and it was just a chain reaction, if you will, But it all starts anything, and everybody doesn't want to be an artist. Everybody doesn't want to be, a singer. Fame is not, nor should it be the goal of anybody's career, really. But whatever you want to do, whatever it is, we got people who want to be teachers, who want to be attorneys, who want to be doctors, engineers, or whatever it is. The platform for it starts with good living. In order to be successful, it starts with good living, and then educating yourself on what it is that you want to do. And my hope is that you find that you choose something that you're passionate about.
When you was homeless, did you feel less than a man? Because it's I feel like some of the guys here, just because of that situation, they feel like they're not a man, but they are. But they're trying to.
I'm sure the men in the room appreciate that. Yeah.
What made you come up with the song "Share My Life"?
All of my songs are some of them are act from my personal experiences. Some of them are fiction. Some of them are, most of my songs are what I hope love should be. I see. I started using drugs because I wasn't comfortable in my own skin, really, just to put it in a nutshell. Drugs made me comfortable, to a point.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm good.
Doing any signing?
Are we doing any signing?
Actually, Hot 102.7 is here. It has ice cream and stuff like that for you.
Oh, damn, so we got ice cream? Oh. There it is. Bam.
You sound like
My man. We'll leave you with the card. And when you're ready, reach out for us.
Call you tomorrow.
My man. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know if you ever got in touch with your family again?
Oh yeah. My family's good. My parents are good. That we've Thank you so much, guys. You all have a great